If you really let yourself sink into the story, it's like, it's tea. You're like, oh my God. Wait, they were in love and then they couldn't be together and they're in love and then he was gonna die. It's like, it's kind of like you're watching one of those like 20-part stories on TikTok. Connie Francis, she was a superstar. She was like the Beyonce of her time. And that energy and the love she had from her fans and for her fans still maintains through superstars that you see today. And so it's cool to explore that in a modern context. We are not trying to impersonate these people. That's not the point of the show. The point is to tell this story of back then with people now and with the energy of now. We've all gotten to sound like ourselves and sound different from each other, and I get to kind of come in and be like, okay, how does this sit in my voice? How do these emotions sit in me? I feel very connected to the story because you're seeing this young woman dealing with fame for the first time and dealing with having to go through what she's going through personally that might be really sad or hard, and then go out and perform and put on a happy face and smile through the pain. That's a really tragic and beautiful thing that I think we all can connect to, and I certainly can. And it's really cool to get to explore that side of me, Issa, but through Connie. I'm always struck by the kind of variety in audience that we have. There's like really young people who did not know who Bobby Darin was before this musical. They might have heard of Connie Francis because of Pretty Little Baby from TikTok or something, but then they get to come in and be like, oh my God, there's this whole world and history around these people and this kind of legend around these people that I didn't know. And then you also have older audience members who remember these people, and they get to be transported back to a time, even if it's not like sounding exactly like the singer or whatever. They get to still be transported back to a time when they were having their first real love and they were experiencing all these things. It's just really beautiful to see all of those worlds collide in a show that really speaks to everyone. When this came up, it was like, oh, this is just 2.5 hours of pure joy, just happiness and like excitement, and I just love theater. Theater is the thing that fills me up the most. I think whenever I do TV for an extended period of time, I'm like, okay, it's time to go back to theater. Like, I need to get back into talking to an audience and not just talking to a camera. I was ready to do something that also wasn't people dying on a table in front of me all the time. It was nice to be like, I'm gonna sing some beautiful songs in a pretty dress and be around theater people again. Theater people are my favorite people in the world, and it just makes me so happy to be in the building. I didn't quite prepare. It just kind of started happening, and then I was like, oh, I should have prepared. It's very cool. What a dream come true to have a career that people like know you because of this thing. But it also is like, I just want to do my little show. It's also a chance to like get to meet fans that I think before are just through social media, tweeting at you or commenting on your posts. Now they're like coming to the stage door, and I've gotten so many wonderful gifts. I got this like crocheted Santos the other day. People are so talented and so lovely, and once in a while you'll have people who maybe don't understand the etiquette of theater and cross a boundary. But then for one of those, you have 100 amazing, wonderful fans who just want to express their love and express that you've inspired them, and that is just worth everything. Yesterday I did my nails. I started the show with stubby little nails that had no polish on them, and now I have a full set. I have Connie's book in my dressing room, so I'll like read her book sometimes. I'll just be like laying on the floor, rolling around, just trying to stretch. I have to warm up again because there's so much time between Who's Sorry Now and Megamix that I have to like warm up again. So I'll do that. Gossip with the swings. Just kind of raise hell in general. Patrick and Alicia, his girlfriend, they came to see Just in Time the day before he opened. He saw mine, and then the next day I went to see his show. Supriya came, she was in town. Lucas Iverson, Tim Van Pelt, who's one of our main nurses, who's an actual nurse who plays a nurse. He came, but I didn't see him, and I was really upset about that. I'm sure other people will make their way through, but it's hard when everyone's in LA and then New York. We've kind of got to bop back and forth, but it's been really cool to get all that support from my friends. I think Who's Sorry Now is such a beautiful moment, showing her performing and finding the facade she has to put up, that kind of performing Connie versus who Connie is inside and at home and alone, and showing like the duality of that. I think that's something I've been finding and trying to be like, what are the pieces of me that I let the world see, and what are the pieces that I keep for myself? I think I've used that a lot in the portrayal of her.